What if I told you that one battle in the spring of 1918 could have completely erased Adolf Hitler from history? No World War II, no Holocaust, no Cold War, as we know it. Sounds like a good thing, right? Stick around, because the answer might terrify you more than the war we actually got. By early 1918, Germany was running out of time. The naval blockade was starving its people. But there was one card left to play. Russia had just collapsed into revolution and dropped out of the war completely. That meant Germany could pull nearly 1 million battle-hardened troops from the Eastern Front and throw them all at France and Britain in the West. This was it. One last shot to win the whole war before America's fresh troops arrived in full force. This was the Spring Offensive, and in our timeline, it actually happened. German troops smashed through British lines using brand new stormtrooper tactics, advancing faster than anyone had seen in years of trench warfare. British forces were pushed back in chaos. In reality, the attack eventually stalled. But what if it hadn't? What if the momentum never broke? What if German forces reached the English Channel ports, cutting off British supply lines completely? With British forces trapped and French lines collapsing under the pressure, Paris finds itself defenseless. The French government evacuates south. On a gray morning in June 1918, German troops march through the Arc de Triomphe. France formally surrenders. Britain, now completely isolated, with no continental ally left standing, has no choice but to negotiate. The war that killed millions ends not with an Allied victory, but with a German empire standing triumphant over Europe. So what would this new world actually look like? Germany would annex Belgium's coast and industrial regions of France. It would carve out a massive economic empire across Eastern Europe, Poland, Ukraine, the Baltic states, all pulled into German orbit. Britain keeps its empire, but loses its dominance in Europe forever. And here's the twist. There's no Treaty of Versailles, no crushing war reparations, no hyperinflation wiping out the German middle class, no desperate, humiliated nation ready to follow any strongman who promises revenge, which means the specific conditions that created Hitler simply never exist. But before you celebrate a world without Hitler, think about this. A Germany that powerful, sitting at the center of Europe with no real rival left standing? History shows us that unchecked power never stays peaceful for long. Would Britain and a resentful France quietly accept German dominance forever? Or would they spend the next 20 years rebuilding their militaries, waiting for revenge? And what about Russia? Now controlled by Bolsheviks, sharing a long, tense border with an expanded German empire. Some historians argue we wouldn't avoid a second Great War. We'd just delay it, and maybe make it even bigger. This is the strange paradox of alternate history. Removing one monster from the timeline doesn't guarantee peace. It just changes who holds the power and who eventually decides to use it. Maybe we'd dodge the Holocaust, but would we dodge war entirely? Or would a different empire, a different ideology, a different leader step into that same vacuum of unchecked ambition? History doesn't offer a version where everyone just gets along. So here's the real question. Was Germany's defeat in 1918 actually the thing that saved the world by forcing Hitler into existence early in a form the world could still unite against and defeat? Or did we just get lucky? Let me know what you think would have really happened down in the comments. And if you want more of these mind-bending what-if scenarios, make sure you're subscribed, because history has a lot more turning points where we're just one decision away from a completely different world.